Hey, what's up? Welcome back and welcome front. Before we start the video, I just wanted to say I am testing out a new noise cancellation feature, and so hopefully it works, and if not, I am sorry, okay? Anyway, in today's video, we're going to talk about Mr. Gewalt. This is a 2016 reissue of DX9's Blitzwing. He is beautiful, man. This is my personal favorite flavor of Masterpiece. Big, burly, unapologetic, and I know it gets kind of messy and chunky clunky over here with all this stuff kibble. I don't know, man. His fun factor just eclipses all of that. He's so big. The quality, the materials are so good. He's just bulky, burly, and just fun to handle. Doesn't feel fragile. And for the panels that he does use, they're used intelligently, and there are a few far in between, or however that phrase goes. I'm really bad with idioms and stuff, but he is a parts former in that his turret must become detached. And so say what you want about that, but I dig this guy a lot. Before we get into the transformation, because the logical steps are going to be tank to jet mode and to robot mode, and so we're just going to kind of go through that. I just wanted to show you his box, man. Look at this thing. Dude, is this not beautiful? This is so artistic. This could be like some type of graph mural, you know? Look at those tanks down there. And it says, Digital Extol 9 Toys, Gewalt, Crush the Rebellion, Join the Empire, Come on down, Otto Brat. That's beautiful. Really, really, really nice. And look at this. In the instruction manual, you can actually see, this is based off of Guido Guidi's handiwork, right? Look at that, man. I love this version of Blitzwing. And on the back, they have this sketch that kind of looks like he's animated Blitzwing, right? I think that's Annie Blitzwing. I don't know if they had thoughts on doing that, and you can see a little Kremzik down over there, but yeah, I don't know, man. But very, very cool, just kind of seeing a sneak peek on that. And in addition to all of that, he does come with a bunch of accessories. This blaster that comes off the turret, it can turn into a hand cannon. This over here is his nice little sword that's kind of blurry. And then we have his hand blaster over there, and that's all nice and dandy randy. We'll put those to the side. And this one, I totally forgot about this, but this fool comes with the spudger. I know, right? Super dope. Got the little DX9 logo on there and everything. And so, yeah, I totally forgot about it. He also does come with the face replacement, but I don't know where I put it right now. So we'll just kind of go without it. I do like this, man. And you can kind of make it so that he has this faux, kind of like Trax. You know how Trax, the wings come out and he becomes this winged Corvette? Yo, check out this wing tank. That's tight. That's super tight. Can the other versions of Blitzwing do this? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, actually, to be completely honest. That's nice, man. That is super duper nice. And so, like I said, the easiest way is to convert this guy into jet mode from here. And so we'll do that. And I'll show you a little bit. He has a bit of a working rotating turret. Gets kind of stuck over here, so it can't do a 360. Like I mentioned, this comes out and this collapses. And that's really about it. Do I wish the head could hide better? Yes. Nose cone? Yes. Fins? Yes. But again, doesn't detract from the fact that this is a pretty darn awesome toy, and I'm all here for it. Let me kind of clear my head out really quick and delete my mental stack, and we'll get back and transform into jet mode, okay? All right, I'm going to do my best to transform him from memory. We can start doing the easy stuff first, like unfolding these wings like we showcased earlier. Super cool. Still love that flying jet tank. And we can start flipping these bits up. Maybe I'll even remove the turret right now too. And that spudger that it came with, I'm sure it's helpful, but I'll just kind of use mine right now. And this kind of will collapse together like a nice little burger or like a little nugget or something like that. From here, I do believe that this has to become dislodged. Because this is tabbed in to the underside all over here. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to dislodge this piece. There we go. Same thing for that other side. And then we are going to extend this. Cool, right? And then we're just going to fold this back. I love how easy the transformation is. I mean, it is involved, but it's not one of those things where it's like a super head scratcher. It kind of does what you expect it to do. I'm like, yeah, of course the treads fold up. Now these do plug in right over here, and so you got to be mindful and get the spacing right. Otherwise, it's not going to tab in properly like it's not doing right now. There we go. And the same thing over here. After that's dislodged, pull this out, push this together, and kind of compress this. Like it has to be hanging like that. There has to be this kind of gap in space so you get this right. Come on, come on, there we go. Nice, cool. And that's it for no. And so we start with that. And these bits, by the way, you're gonna see later, they got this kind of weird tension thing going on. I'll show you, because sometimes they like to pop off. Okay, and so from this part, what we're going to have to do is just kind of like remove this. You can see how everything is kind of tabbed in here, plugged in here as well. And by the way, as I'm doing this, hey, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm sorry I just haven't been as responsive on comments and things like that, or even putting up content. Work is crazy. I know I've said that in a bunch of videos, but come January, I'm going to tell you all what's been happening, or even February behind the scenes, because I'm probably still going to be working like a dog until then. And you'll see, and it's totally all worth it. Well, at least it is for me. So anyway, you wanted to dislodge this because this is currently locking that in place. I think it's a good design, the way they did this. And check this out. This entire plate, this panel, will actually start flipping around. Do be mindful of these things, though, because they're pretty, not universal, but they will get stuck in certain areas. So you just want to make sure that you're constantly giving them the proper clearance that they need. And so, like, for instance, this is going to go like that. But again, we can mess with that later on. And you can see this thing all opening up to become the top of the jet. I mean, you can see it already, and that's just gorgeous. What a fun way to do this, you know what I mean? Just kind of having it flip inside out, so to speak. And you can see the thruster is back over here. And then we're just going to bring this around. And before we close this up, we're going to bring these things out. There we go. And cool. And these are going to be the side fins, like that. You can already see it coming together. These do kind of angle inward initially. And so what you want to do is when you bring this down, you see these tabs, they're going to align with one of these. Okay, those are going to lock into here. So I love when there's like guidance and everything kind of begins tabbing into place. It just brings me such a big sense of relief. And it takes away from my mental stack so that I can continue doing this live on camera. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. In one fell swoop, talking to you all. Okay, and then you just kind of press that down. And then you're just going to make sure that everything collapses nice and tight in there. And I forgot this one part. This waist section we want to bring up. You want to place that underneath, and then you can bring this down, and the wheels will let it pop out a little bit later on. I believe these are just kept here for the time being. Yes, yes. And these will be like that, like that. And look how clean the top of this is looking already. That's so crazy, right? And the type of material that we're dealing with here is, it feels like the Hasbro vinyl, but much denser. And it's nice, dude. It really, really is. And you can kind of see by the sheen, right? The what is it, the luster when the light shines off of it. It is very reminiscent of the modern Hasbro stuff. But hey, these cats were doing it first in 2016. I mean, it's not like this is a brand new material or anything like that. Anyway, I'm just chitter-chattering right now. So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to release this bit. And then we're going to open this piece up. And then we're going to dislodge. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. See, this thing likes to kind of pop off, but whatever, man. We can just pop it back on. Oh, forgot. The head, you want to bring out, you want to position, and you want it to get it to sit down like that. Then from there, you can lift this back up. And this, lift up, close, then flip back down like so. And then close this up and close that up. And then that should click into place. Wait, what did I do wrong? Oh, I know what it is. I did this last time too. This actually goes forward. There you go. Because the cockpit is much further up. There we go. There we go, Johnny. I don't know where I got that from, but I always say that. There we go, Johnny. And then we fold that out. I love that. It's a nice, satisfying feeling. I mean, I love the Star Toys version, and I love the Fans Toys version too, but I don't know, man. This one takes the cake for me, dude. It may not be as accurate as those other ones. It may not have as much range of motion, but the fun factor in this one is like super undeniable. And this over here on the inside, this is a metal piece holding the top and the bottom together with little what's the word I'm looking for, little tracks that you can kind of extend if necessary to get a little bit more clearance. And I like that. I like that. It feels cool to the touch. The waist rotation, it's on ratchets over here. You can actually see it. You can see the ratchet itself and then the little friction points over there. There's no ab crunch or anything like that because this is from a time, it's so weird. I'm like talking about like it's ancient history. This is from a time, kids. This is from a time when basically ab crunches weren't a thing. And if you did an ab crunch, it was like, yeah, it was like near miraculous, so to speak. But this is from a time before all of that. So this over here, this is what I'm talking about. This is meant to sit down and it will, but you can see that it just doesn't lay flush by itself. The clearance is not there. I mean, it's done intentionally like that. And the arms will sit on top of it, but hold up for a second. I gotta open this up really quick. I think I need to, I just need a little clearance. What's the vector, Victor? Like that? There we go. Cool. And the head will almost kind of like hold it down due to a bit of friction. But yeah, it is kind of like, it wants to pop up. I would say the next part is probably the most difficult. And in the instructions, they actually have you reconfigure the wings, but I don't think you need to do that as long as you get a little bit creative. So, dude, he's so big in my hand right now, and it's kind of hard to manipulate, so to speak. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it, my druids. We will do it. We'll do it mad fluid. And that's all there is to it. I'm trying to be the truest. I'm trying to be the... All right, that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up because we need clearance over here. And then these front bits we can actually flip up. The first time I purchased this, actually, back in the day, the version that I got, this was not installed properly, and I couldn't get it fixed, and it drove me crazy. But that's not the case now. But neither here nor there. So what you got to do is you got to open this up, and then what you're going to do is you're going to get this little flap, and then you're going to fold this in and do that for basically both sides. This is the part where it gets kind of tricky. There is this gray bit over here. That's a hinge, and then the black thing is also a hinge. And so you got to swing this gray piece around so that it allows the arm to like sit in there, and this will need to fold up like that, I think. I think it's like wait, hold up. I know there's something with this. This lifts up. Oh, I knew I was going to get stuck here. All right, hold up. I'm going to cut away really quick and check out the manual. All right, be right back. All right, I got it to work, but there was one thing that I messed up on. There was actually a couple of things. So this bit over here, when I said tuck that fold in, I was totally wrong. You're supposed to actually keep it out. And then what you want to do is you want to start it on the outside because you're going to flip it in eventually. And I still got the instructions down here just in case. And so this is the tricky bit. This needs to close down over here, right? And so this will come up. But what you're going to have to do is, see there's a hinge right over there, right? This hinge needs to remain up 90 degrees, and this needs to come down. And so that needs to have this kind of step motif. And then from there, make sure you put the right force in the right area to not put too much pressure on here. Then from here, you can fold this up internally, and then you can do this, and then you can kind of close this up. Cool? And then you can bring this over here. Now, what you're meant to actually do is, this needs to get to the other side. This needs to clear here. But you can see that the wings are in place. And sorry, the traffic just picked up outside, so you may hear some trucks and things like that. That needs to go to the other side, and the instructions tell you to actually lift the wings up. But I found that while doing the short, you don't necessarily need to do that. You can kind of fake it. So what you do is just kind of bring this over and just tuck it in there like that. And then this piece will, once you get it all aligned, Oh, okay, you can see that this is off. There you go. There you go. Cool, right? Took me longer than I'd like. So again, keep this open. Just kind of like open this up again, have it flip, and then close this up and make sure that it sits in there. Jer, Sonny and Cher. How come I can't get this to sit? Okay. And there we go. Then we can close that up. We can bring up the tires, light the fires, do away with our ires, do away with the liars, and see what transpires. We're kings and queens sires. Let's both take it higher. We're the folks that people admire. All right, that's it. Sorry, just get kind of lost in a loop sometimes. But here he goes. Magnificent, isn't he? Let me move the instructions out of the way and let's talk about him. Let's chitter chatter yapper a little bit more. And by the way, my lunch break is over right now. And so after finishing up this piece, talking about his jet mode, I will have to get back to work and I'll continue with the tank, or excuse me, not the tank, getting him into robot mode after that. But dude, he's beautiful. I just think like aesthetically, when you look at it, like all of the stuff aside that we talked about earlier, the little nitpicks and the what is it? What is it called? Oh my gosh, what's the word? Kibble. Thank you. All that kibble stuff aside, he cleans up real nice, man. Real nice. Even on the bottom too, you know what I'm saying? The way everything like locks up, you don't see a lot of like hollow bits. He's beautiful. And this is how I like my masterpieces. Fun, big, burly, just a tactile pleasure to hold, you know, and to feel, non-flimsy, and like, dude, it's just really nice, dude. I don't know what type of plane this is based off of. I think a bunch of folks told me that this is a MiG or something like that. But if it is, I don't know how much it resembles the real jet. But I don't know. Maybe some jet aficionados, some plane aficionados out there can tell me what this is based off of and whether it actually looks accurate to form. But regardless, it's a magnificent piece. Beautiful, commands just so much presence. And if you wanted, these bits you can adorn on here. I don't think it looks particularly good, if you ask me, but you can plug them in. And you can do that for the wing too. I mean, it's great that you can do that, but would I realistically do that? And this one doesn't really have a place. Yeah, that's not horrendous, actually. It would be nice if this could somehow mount like up here or something like that, because there is a little bit, but it doesn't go in, and this handle doesn't retract or anything, so c'est la vie. But nonetheless, yeah, this is actually not terrible, dude. I take that back. I take that back. Anyway, now that we've kind of gawked about this guy and given him his flowers, let's get him into his bot mode, because that bot mode is absolutely beautiful. And there's an Amazon truck backing out outside my window, so you may hear that. Anyway, I'll be back after my work's done, okay? Alrighty, now let's convert this gorgeous jet into his super duper beefy bouncer, burly, burger time robot mode. And we'll start by removing these bits over here. And I'm just taking a short break. I'm not done with work. But whatever. We can start collapsing these things in over here. And you can see that there's little spaces for the tires. And this is going to flip down. And that's going to become the foot. You know, in robot mode, this piece actually converts. It hangs off the back, but at the same time, I feel like this is not bad. Maybe I'll just keep it like this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, okay? And yeah, and so you're going to lift this bit up because this has to all come down. That's going to rest in there, and you can see those make up the legs. Super duper chunky monkey, right? Keeping it funky. All this stuff is going to fold up later on, but I'm not terribly concerned about it right now. And I am trying to do this from memory, so once again, just kind of forgive me. We have to lift this part up because in terms of Blitzwing, if you think about where the wings are placed on his back, this bit is going to go over here. And so I'm trying to think of order of operations. But I think what we can do is we could start dislodging it, at least. at least. There we go. And it's so nice and beefy, dude, that I can just kind of like, not manhandle necessarily. I'm still respecting the toy. I don't want to break it, but it's not super duper fragile, and so I'm digging that. And these bits you're going to fold in. I even love the little detailing that they have back over here. You know what I mean? That's super duper cool. And the turret, by the way, that little square space, that square space. Sorry, that laugh was a little too loud. That square space will fit over here. So it kind of looks like he has his turret in the back, but the turret is actually hidden inside the legs at this point. You know, I mean, that's super nice. Yeah, like I said, this thing is supposed to convert in that you're supposed to do like all of this stuff, but I don't know, man. I kind of like this. We'll see if he has stability issues and stuff. But yeah. So now what we got to do over here is we got to release the arms, release the hands. And then so we'll kind of dig those out. These bits, remember, oops, excuse me. These bits are tied into the nose cone. You know what? Let me adjust the height of this thing, the camera. Give me 1 second. All right, I should have done that from the beginning. My fault, my fault. And so this bit over here, remember this is tabbed in nice and secure, my dear. So we want to dislodge this piece like that and also get in there, my dear. And so these will kind of open up, and that will allow us to open up the arms. Come on, come on, come on, little one. There you go. And that's from Jurassic Park when the raptor is born, and he's like, come on, little one. Come on, little one. And he's trying to coax them out. And then they're all like, you breed, what is this? And then he's like, Velociraptor. And he's like, you breed raptors here? And he's like, mm-hmm. And that's the scene, right? Anyway, from the OG Jurassic Park. Yo, I watched that when I was in like junior high or something, dude. Back in the day. Back in the day. And so we're going to start flipping this. Oh, you know what? But before we flip all of that, I think we got to work on the nose cone and get in the zone. Kind of open this up. Split this. And have that cascade to the side. And yeah. This will kind of fold up like that. It would have been cool if there was a little button that this could kind of like tab into, kind of plug into. That would have been nice, man. But whatever. Oh, these bits, these side bits will open up. And that one just kind of popped up actually. Because what's going to happen is, you know what, maybe I can do this now. You got to fish these parts out. I don't know if I could do it later. But yeah, you do have to be able to fish them out. So maybe we'll do that now. Then we'll get that to sit. And we want the gray pieces to be underneath this area. And this has a tab. You can see it right there on the bottom of the nose cone that will lock into place. And this is kind of crazy because like it has tension, but like, yeah, it just kind of hugs that. That's kind of nuts. And then we can start moving the arms out of the way. You can move this thing to the side all the way. And then you can see that this has to come in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that gray piece and you're going to rotate it so that you can bring that in like that. There we go. And then you're going to make sure that this gray piece sits all the way down. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to close this flush. Nice. Oh. This is what I was talking about, that tension thing. It's cool, but like at the same time, the lip isn't that deep, so it can kind of like, okay, it's not doing it, but it can kind of like fly off. I'm going to take the fists out last because I think they're kind of tough to take out. Yeah. Yeah. So once again, oops, we'll move this all the way to the side, bring this up, get that in there. And then fold this in. And then get this all the way down. Press that and that. And come on, guys, stay in. Yeah, I wish they weren't so springy. I wish they had engineered it just a tad differently. Again, it's not the end of the world. But, whatever, dude. And we'll get that in there. See what I mean? Sometimes it's good about it, sometimes it's not. And I'm not exactly sure what's kind of dictating that. but it is a minor annoyance. So we'll do that. Yeah, I almost cursed. I was about to say, like, dude, what are you doing, dude? We can get the legs open. And then from here, how does this work? I believe this just folds up like that. And this just folds up like that. Easy enough. Easy enough. What's going on? What's going on, John? Cool. I don't mind that at all. I don't. And then we'll open that up. Yeah, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Like I said, we'll do the fists last. And what we're going to do is, dude, the back part's kind of cool, man. Like, originally I thought it was just like this. But nah, what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in. That's going to plug in to that hole right there. And this you're going to fold up. And oh, what just happened? Bruh, the heck? Oh, word. This little panel popped off. Huh. There's no screws or anything, so it must... Either it was glued and the glue dried off, or something. Huh. But it goes right here. I'll have to fix that in post. Oh, okay, whatever, dude. It's in there now. Same thing. We, is this still tabbed in here? Yeah. And so we're going to move that to tab into that back piece over here. Fold, and then fold. Oh, and then a couple of more folds. Nice. Nice. That looks so good. He looks so good, right? Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And so from here, what you're going to do is we're going to fold this out. And it's kind of crazy the way the hand is folded up in here. Look at the placement of the thumb. The thumb is actually on the bottom of the palm over here. And so I don't have a really smart way of fishing this out other than like pulling on the thumb. I would rather not do that. See, because the thumb just popped off. I mean, thankfully, the materials that they use and like everything is super duper sturdy. But I would prefer not to pull something out using his finger. And maybe there's a better way of doing it. I just am not aware of it. Then you close that up. Look at this beefy mitt, dude. So beefcake. Same thing for the other side here. Yeah, I wish there was just more a way that I could finesse this out. But I don't know, man. For the time being, I think it's going to have to be the thumb. And then we'll just use it to pull out the rest of the fist. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. And then you can see that bit right there has a little rotation thingy so that you can place the thumb in its proper orientation. Bring all of that down. Why am I huffing and puffing? And here he goes, dude. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get him equipped with some of his accessories and stuff, and let's talk about him, and then we can wrap up the video. All right, here he is, all nice and dressed up, and all that perpity perp. And by the way, dude, check this out. Oh, you know what? He does have some trouble standing. Oh, so this part is necessary. The part that I didn't want to transform earlier. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you, DX9. So you recognize that. Good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. Dude, I love how folks from the UK and Australia, they say mate. I love that, dude. One of my favorite fighters in the UFC, Robert Whittaker, he's from Australia. And he'd be like, mate, mate, mate. I think that's so cool. I love that. Or like me and my mates, you know. Okay, so this thing converts. So you can bring this down. And as you're bringing this down, this scope-like thing kind of comes up. I don't have a good way of doing it. There you go. And then you can have him hold that as well, which I think is really, really cool. And again, if you didn't want that, then you can return everything, your seat backs and trays, to their upright positions. And then we can insert that in the back jack, cut him some slack, and we're ready to go on the tack with the Mac. And that is Mr. Blitzwing. He's going to do his thing from here to sing. All right, I'll stop. Okay, here he is. And like I said, he's based off of, let's take a look at Guido Guidi's design. Boom, right over here. Boom. I know in the last video, the Legacy Blitzwing video with the upgrades, I totally forgot to bring in the image, and I saw it later. But anyway, apologies. But yeah, Guido's Blitzwing should be right here, and it's a beautiful, beautiful art piece. But yeah, man, look at how beefcake the arms are. So burly. Like the head is like a little bit small, but intentionally, it just shows how buff he is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is how I view Blitzwing, you know, this crazy, crazy bouncer warrior dude. He's dope, dude. Look how fat and meaty the legs are. The color, the purple on the turret blends super duper well. He does have thigh swivel, but this is somewhat impeded. And it's not 100% thigh swivel. It's decent enough, but yeah, it's impeded here. Like you can't get it all the way. Okay, that's not too bad. But going backward, he can't really do much, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't know, man. I don't really have my robots doing Haya Kung Fu kicks and stuff, so I'm okay with that. He has a decent enough double. Same thing for the arms as well. You can see the double action over here, and it's not bad. Swivels over here, but most everything else is ratchet, and so I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. And then you can get the cool little like pose where he got like the sword resting over his shoulder. It's like, what's the problem over here? He has a swivel on the waist, and there's a ratchet there, but no crunch coming forward or anything like that. And look how clean he is, man. It's beautiful. It's just really, really beautiful in my opinion. Is it as sophisticated as the Star Toys or Fans Toys one? Nah. But in terms of is it more fun? I will yeah, dude, I will double down on that. I think he's way more fun to transform, way more fun to like look at. It's certainly not G1 accurate, so to speak, but it's Guido's design, and no, I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it, dude. So he's currently sold out on TF Safari right now. I mean, my man is popular. But if you're interested in him, hopefully they'll get a restock. Just sign up for the wish list. And they're also bringing back Hanzo, and I have to review that one as well because I have him in queue right now, and that's their 6-shot. Also, their Carry, which is a Rodimus Prime from Studio Ox. It's such a good design. Incorporates the trailer into the robot as it transforms. It's just absolutely magnificent. Only shortcoming is it's based on the line art, and the line art has the forearms looking a little bit short, and the robot actually emulates that perfectly, so for better or for worse. But yeah, man, I love the reds. I love the yellows against the purple. It's just really, really quite beautiful and just really, really well done, man. I would say out of all the 3 modes, I think this one and the jet mode are kind of tied. Oh, I was afraid he was going to topple. I think him and the bot mode and the jet mode are kind of tied. I think tank mode is the least of these, I guess, so to speak. But at the same time, it's not hateful. I like it a lot. And yeah, man, I never thought I would see this dude again. So it's almost like seeing an old friend, and I'm really, really happy that they reissued him. They are experiencing some type of revival. I think they've received a cash injection from the side swipes that they've been releasing. They released the Prowl, and I know they're in cahoots with like Magic Square as well. So who knows? Maybe this is Magic Square breathing new life into DX9. Maybe they bought the molds. I don't know, man. But either way, it's a great time to be a collector. It always seems to be these days. And I appreciate you watching, okay? If there's anything that you would like to see different or somewhere I flubbed or something and you want to provide constructive criticism or feedback, I'm open, all ears. And if you just want to say something nice, that's super appreciated too. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.